We end up, hate it or like it, doing a lot of the things that we do, not necessarily only because we like it. We end up doing it because it's in fashion.
What attracts you to fashion?
I enjoy that challenge because when Thomas explained to me what he was doing, I was like, man, this has legs. We can make this stand up and run, and we can make something that is very scalable. This is as fast as it can go.
Sherif Thomas and Rami Mahmoud. Today is going to be an unforgettable journey into the world of fashion. We'll be delving deep into the Fashion Factor platform, exploring not just its success, but the personal journeys of these remarkable individuals before it was founded. We pull back the curtain on what happens behind the scenes. But wait, there's more. Stick around because we have an electrifying surprise in store, a collaboration, one of its kind between the Alpha Talks and Fashion Factor that will leave you on the edge of your seat. You came up with the idea of the Fashion Factor. It's something new. From where you got inspired?
It was a challenge because I was...
Welcome back, Alpha Squad, to a new inspiring episode of the Alpha Talk Show, the #1 fastest growing show in the region. Welcome again to a very special episode of the Alpha Talks. Today, I am beyond excited to have two incredible Alpha guests joining me, none other than my close friends and brothers, Sherif Thomas and Rami Mahmoud. Before diving into the interview and top-level conversation, let me tell you, today is going to be an unforgettable journey into the world of fashion. We'll be delving deep into the Fashion Factor platform, exploring not just its success, but the personal journeys of these remarkable individuals before it was founded. Stick around until the end because we have an electrifying surprise in store, a collaboration, one of its kind between the Alpha Talks and Fashion Factor that will leave you on the edge of your seat. So buckle up and get ready for a ride you won't forget soon. So without further ado, let's welcome Sherif Thomas and Rami Mahmoud to the Alpha Talks show. Welcome, Rami. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here with you.
Same here, brother. I always have a question when I start the interview is, once we publish the episode, people will see the thumbnail, they will see the graphics, they will see the title, and they will think it's really interesting. What can you promise them today that they will gain if they gave us their time?
Well, I'm sure you have a lot of experience in attracting your viewers and your listeners. I'm not an expert whatsoever, but I will tell them and give them a true story of something that happened in real life, things that happen
real
in
business.
Real
He
business.
means real business.
Real business. Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
We're super excited to that. Rami, let's start. Tell us a little bit about yourself in a nutshell and your journey, but in a nutshell. I'll delve and I'll dig deep down during the conversation.
I do not come from the fashion industry. I come from the engineering background. I worked in multinationals for quite some years, built my career there until I decided that it's time to leave. An exciting decision at my peak, because I thought that staying where I was limiting my capabilities and my income and my potential. And this is when we started with our own business, me and my brother. We established our first business, second business, third business, fourth business, and
Give us a glimpse about the businesses that you're involved in.
we are involved in mainly 4 businesses as an investment company that we own. So it's not open for public investments. It's just the private investors, me and my brother. We are in food and beverage, a homegrown and established franchise that we made ourselves, a business of food and beverage, multiple branches, and we're
Under the name of Sensation as a
Sensation, yeah. It's a brand that started in Dubai. We established it 12, 13 years ago, grew it bigger and bigger and bigger, expanded it multiple times, built another branch, and then expanded even internationally. And now we're building a new one even, that will be coming soon.
You're going to take me there.
Absolutely, with pleasure. Would be a pleasure to have you there. Get your opinion of what we do.
I'm sure it's perfect.
We do have also a development business where we buy plots of lands and build them. We're a boutique developer, if you want to position it right, where we buy plots of land, design it and build it, but we only focus and specialize on small to medium sizes. So we are not in residential. We are in specialized commercial buildings. typically one tenant type of buildings or built to suit type of buildings, hospitals, clubhouses, boutique hotels.
The clubhouse. A new clubhouse is coming.
Yeah, we have one under construction. We're probably less than 12 months away, around 12 months away.
All the best with it, brother.
Exciting work. And then we do have also a business in the financial consultancies and tax advisories that actually does our own companies audits and bookkeeping, but it also does the service for establishing new companies for third parties, giving them advice on tax compliance, tax filing, audits, audited financial reports, etc., etc. And then we have the fourth element in our business, which is related to passive investments in startups, where we pour some money, help people grow, help them spread their wings and become bigger when they lack financial resources.
Because we map a lot in the fourth element. A quick note, before we jump into this episode, I find this incredibly intriguing. On the back end of our YouTube channel, it says around 75% of you who watch this channel frequently over the lifetime of this channel haven't yet hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to ask you for a favor. It helps this channel so much if you choose to just subscribe. It helps us invite guests that give you great value. It helps us scale the production and as well makes this show bigger and bigger for you. So if I will ask you just one favor, and if you enjoyed the previous episodes and you're currently enjoying this episode, could you please hit the subscribe button? I love your support. It's incredible to see all your comments and engagement, and we are just starting. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much, and I will repay this gesture by making sure that everything we do on this show makes it bigger, and better. I'm committed to do this promise. Do we have a deal? Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Rami, your plate is full. I can say your plate is full in a way. Tell me, what made you join the Fashion Factor, and what is Fashion Factor from your perspective?
Look, the way we did business all the time was do business with people you know and you trust and you can see the potential in. I'm friends with Thomas for many years. We talked about his work, about my work, and he asked me my opinion about some of the things that he did, and I gave him my honest opinion until one day I was watching what he was doing, and I said, "Man, brother, I mean, what you're doing is great. He's very talented, but
very talented, very creative.
But man, you're not gonna make the financial ends meet in the way you're doing it. You need to build the blocks and the base for a business structure where it's financially viable." And he said, "What do you mean?" So we pulled out. We kicked everybody out of the office. I said, "Kick everybody out of the office. Give me a white sheet. Let's throw some blocks and move from there." And that's what we did. He calls me next day and he goes, "Hey, you wanna join? You wanna come over?" And I said, "Sure, but we leave the talent to you. You gotta leave the strategy, the finances, the legal, and we're gonna fight a little bit. We're friends. You need to understand. We're gonna fight a little bit, because no is gonna be a good answer for a lot of questions, and talented people don't like to hear that.
True.
But if we go in that path and we agree that we're gonna, pump our heads together at some time, and we take it with a sweet heart, because it's for the well-being of the business and both of us, then let's go through this journey." And I kid you not, man, there's nothing better than working with people you trust and you like.
100%.
And it helps both of us and makes us better versions of ourselves, and it's been going
What
great.
did you see in Fashion Factor? But first, for our audience, what do you see Fashion Factor?
Look, Fashion Factor is a fashion a catwalk event, or at least this is what it used to be. The way we see it, Thomas and I, is a little bit different from what people see. It's a fashion event that happens multiple times a year, 3 times typically, for 2 days, where you help designers put their collection on the catwalk, because it's very difficult for them to put their collection on the catwalk on their own, not because only of the financial obligations or financial setup that they need in that to make that catwalk, but because their biggest challenge is they need to attract audience, and they typically end up inviting their own friends that know about their brand, so they don't get that
So
exposure.
it's a platform for designers.
It's a platform for designers, but it's also a platform for videographers and photographers and models,
Influencers,
and
models.
influencers, celebrities, for even tailors. We created Fashion Factor, or the way Fashion Factor is created, it's made to cater for the fashion industry as a solution that you can add a little bit to every part of the business.
The fashion.
So the designer can do his design. We can help him with his sketches. We can help him with his master cutters.
This
with
is
his,
an interesting thing.
yeah. So we have something called Design and Tailor Hub that can help him do that. And then the designer typically needs to do a photo shoot or a video shoot for his collection. We can even help him with doing that.
So in your studio, the designers can come, put their collection and get a photo shoot?
Absolutely. We can, the models, I always say there are millions of girls that look amazingly beautiful and they think they're models. They're not until they're trained to be models. And they have the standards for it. Of course, there are different types, but we also can help models come together and train for catwalk or for posing or whatever. And then we give them the opportunity to be in our shows or in photo shoots for designers. So it's an end-to-end solution to the industry, if you may put it.
Mm-hmm.
The last element that we added to it recently is what we call the showroom.
Congratulations. It was yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. And the showroom is actually a place where designers can display 10, 15, 20 pieces of their collection rather than go rent their own shop where people would target them, especially the intermediate designers that don't have a big exposure or big reach to the market, and they can keep their products there. We have a lot of influencers and celebrities that walk into our showroom, which is our office as well, and they end up looking at what the designers have to offer. They're all unique designers, so they come from different places around the world, and they typically pick some of their clothing for to wear in occasions. And that's great because it's great exposure for the designer. It's the influencers are happy. We help them out with by promoting and selling their collection. We do events every month now or we just started, but we're going to do it every month.
So once per month, the showroom.
The
concept.
showroom would have a small collection of designers with few looks where they can communicate with influencers, with models, with photographers, videographers, and even buyers.
Wow.
And then they can have a closer conversation about how they selected their material, what it is intended for, where it was inspired from. And the whole intention is actually to create some sort of a community around the fashion where you get everybody together. Occasionally, when you do, if you do one a month and you have 200 people attending, in 12 months you're looking at 2,000 people that came together somehow and connected, and these are people involved in the industry. So you end up with a community really around this. And it's quite interesting because I think this is in the direction of where we would like to see Fashion Factor go. It was intended to be a fashion catwalk event and grew to become a hub, a platform.
In this competitive environment of the fashion industry,
And we still have a long way to go. We're in my opinion, we're at stage 2. We're executing stage 2 now. Of a plan where I know what stage 6 would look like.
Interesting. I'll touch upon this. We're in Dubai. Fashion industry in Dubai is, I would say, suffocating from the amount of people, individuals, corporations working in this field. What makes Fashion Factor stands out from your point of view?
Well, I think being able to deliver, and Thomas has done a great job doing this. There are lots of promises that can be made. Fashion Factor, through Thomas' effort and the team effort, proved that they could do it. We just finished our 7th edition with in excess of 3,000 guests attending physically, with huge media coverage, with amazing videos and photographies and videographers. The next edition is going to be end of May, 31st of May, and we already decided that it's going to be 3 days, not even 2. It's
one of the longest, I believe.
So it's attracting a lot of attention. We do see interest from big names now, even from end to end, from every part of the industry, be it events management, be it big designers, be it even the famous names, the likes of the big names that we all grew up to wear and to see in malls there. And sometimes we wonder, Thomas and I, and have this conversation often, it's like, why would a brand that big be calling us or reaching out to us? And we know the answer. They're interested in the designers.
True.
In those entry level and medium level designers that are not too famous. Even the bigger names are interested in finding talent out there. And that's something we can provide. We are not in competition with anyone. We are just a complementing element, and we can offer every element of the industry something if they need it.
Absolutely. Rami, when we're talking about partners in a particular platform or a business, every partner brings something to the table, and everybody has his own strength. You and Thomas, what Thomas brings and what you bring, and I will ask him this question later.
Well, it's we're the two extreme ends of the spectrum, if I may put it this way. I'm more structured in my thinking, in where we're going. Everything that we do or we need to do needs to serve the bigger picture. Thomas is I'm not even close to being talented, but Thomas is on the contrary, just the extreme opposite. He's all about the talent and how amazing it is and how it looks and how the outcome would be. One of the very interesting and we disagree on many things. Sometimes I can't see what.
Yes, I'm sitting in the middle as well. When they disagree, I'm sitting in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you have experienced some of those, and for me, it's a business structure. This is how you build a business. However, we are not in finance or advisory. Okay, so I totally realize that sometimes you need to let go and trust the partner in his element, which is the talent. I have an example of this. We in the previous edition, Thomas was like, "Wow, I think I have an idea. We're going to put a carpet manufacturer on the catwalk." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about?" I was like, "Man, it's going to be amazing." I said, "Thomas, what the hell are you talking about? This doesn't work. I mean, it's too heavy." It was like, "Trust me, man." I was like, "Okay, whatever, Thomas. Okay, let him
and
do
by
it."
the way, for the record, because IBK is here, it's a Turkish.
It is a Turkish high-end, amazing people. Actually, they do beautiful stuff, and actually, we are all over the media in the world.
Yeah,
all over the media.
So he brings the creativity,
and they're saying, you know, this is the first time that anybody has ever done this. So, you know, he brings the creativity. I bring the business element to it, and financials and the legality and the structure and the vision to where we need to take it and how it needs to look. And it's working very well. That's what you need. By the way, I have this similar setup with my other business with my brother, because he's a tornado like Thomas. He's a tornado. And I was like, I always say I'm stuck in all my businesses with partners that are a mess, man. Holy, it's a mess out there.
You put order to it.
I try every time. Well, I can tell you one thing about those talented people and the executors, the operational guys on the ground. They pretend they listen to you because you know they want to listen. You know, you need to feel good about yourself, but they do whatever they want.
Exactly. At the end.
Okay, they do whatever they want.
Rami, in the fashion industry, there's a lot of misconception and myth that surrounds this. I would say strange, or some people say it's dark side of the world. What kind of misconceptions you want to destroy in this interview about the fashion industry?
Look, the fashion industry is like any other industry. I'm talking from a business perspective now. Okay, every industry has a capacity of potential income turnover, and the fashion industry is one big one. Okay, the biggest challenge that we have with it is I don't think that there's enough investment in it that to extract or to take it to its real potential. Because most of the people that are in the fashion industry are talented people, they're more concerned about how good it looks than they are concerned about how much money they can make out of it. Okay? And there is money to be made. There is money. And there is and when I say there is money, I mean not only in the fashion as fashion, but in everything that surrounds it, because it's everywhere. Fashion is about lifestyle. I mean, we go dine out because of lifestyle. We buy our cars because of lifestyle. People that are driving Ferraris out there are not trained racers that can push the car to its limit. They're not. I train racing, and I kid you not. They do it for the lifestyle and for the looks.
Rami speaking about cars.
Okay.
We can switch the whole fashion factor thing to a car collection.
It's just it's just an example, but it's the same everywhere. You go to a restaurant and the moment the food is there, everybody pulls out their mobile and they're taking pictures and videos and posting. This is what everybody wants to be part of this. When I'll go to the banking, I get invitations from my bank to go attend to a golf tournament, the API or whatever. I find golf boring.
True.
But you go there because you want to be part of the who's who, that community, part of that lifestyle. Take some pictures, be around celebrities. And so fashion is perfect, just perfect for that. That's exactly what it is. We end up, hate it or like it, doing a lot of the things that we do because not necessarily only because we like it. We end up doing it because it's in fashion or in.
What attracts you to fashion?
What attracts me to fashion?
Besides the money.
Well, we're not making enough money.
No,
to
I mean
to
the
get
glamour behind it.
No, I enjoy that challenge because when Thomas explained to me what he was doing, I was like, man, this has legs. We can make this stand up and run, and we can make something that is very scalable. Okay, and you can grow it exponentially if you do the right things and put the right resources and put the right steps in place. Yes, Rome was not built in one day. Fine, it's going to take us 6 months, a year, 2 years. It doesn't matter. Okay, but this is as fast as it can go. And I cannot say this about many other industries. Today, in the fashion industry, you can take what you're doing today as profit and turn it into 20x and 50x and 200x. I cannot say that about many other industries.
True.
Okay?
True. Rami, if I'll talk a little bit about your personal journey, and if I ask you, what is your favorite failure to date? What will be? The thing that
I have quite some. Some. Well, I wouldn't call them failures because, look, we probably have I don't know 6, 7, 8 companies now that are operating and very successful. Along the past 10, 12 years, we closed 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, along the way. So our hit rate is not as high as people think, but people like to judge you based on your successes and not based on your failures. And but honestly, I wouldn't call them failures. My biggest failure was when I was in the corporate world. I was traveling the world for business, and I was acting too busy. So feeling that I'm important to the world. Making a difference. I wasn't as much as I thought I was. But everywhere I traveled, I get done with my work, fly back the same night. I never saw the world. I wasted a lot of time in my life that I could have experienced a lot more than I did.
True.
And I'm not planning to repeat that. I can confirm.
And if I switch it to a success, a personal success that you're proud of.
Look, I mean, I'm proud of every part of the step of the journey. I'm not one person that goes from a start and then end.
There's no end.
It's a continuity. It's like the New Year. People say, let's celebrate New Year. Yes, we can go out, but it doesn't matter because 31st of December is 1st of January. It's not the first day of the year and then last day of the year. It's my life every day. My life now is me sitting with Seif doing this. It doesn't matter what happened 15 minutes ago.
True.
Because this is a memory that I gained experience of or I feel bad about. And what's going to happen tomorrow, I don't know. All I need to do is do the right things and the results will fall in place. I'm not too judgmental about what I do and how I do it, honestly.
let's move to Fashion Factor again.
Let's go.
What season 8 is going to be about? In a glimpse.
Okay, well, season 8 is intended to take us from where we were, which is pretty high up, thanks to the efforts of Thomas and the team. And the plan is to take it to an international operating structure with big exposure to media, to the world, and to those who are interested in fashion.
Can we have a couple of names will be participating, or I would say, I know it's sponsors, or that will be part of Fashion Factor?
Well, we're confirmed to have Vogue Brazil into the show, covering it this for the next edition.
That's a great name.
Yeah, it's the name.
Yeah.
It's the name. We do have Ava. We have Galerie Lafayette, who's participating in both the show and the Fashion Avenue, because we do have a Fashion Avenue around the Fashion Factor where people can display their items as well. Andrea Conti is confirmed. There are quite some names. We're in discussions. Some of them are confirmed, but we're not signed.
So
off.
BAM is coming soon, because I believe season 8 will be a BAM.
Yes.
You can confirm
yes. It will be something different than what people saw in the past, and it's going to be. I look at Thomas because I need, he has all the heat on him to get it where it needs to be, and he's going to deliver. I know.
100%. If I switched a little bit, and since we're in the Alpha Talks, and if I ask you what's an alpha in the fashion business, how do you define that?
Oh, that's I think an alpha in the fashion business is someone who can deliver sustainably for a long time, because the most common thing you see is they go up and all the way down very fast. You don't see that consistency in doing in the doings and in the excelling in the business. And I think the main reason for this is what we talked about earlier, is because they're very talented people, with highly appreciated talented people, but they to get the business they really need to find the business structure that can make it continue for a long time, and I think this is anybody who can sustain a continuity in this business is an alpha, definitely.
True.
So Thomas, in brief.
If we sit now and look 5-10 years down the line, what will be the looks of Fashion Factor?
Oh, you're going after stage 6 here. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it won't take until 5-6 years.
No, where it's going to be on the map?
Look, it's going to be positioned in a place where it is international, it is big, everybody knows the name, everybody knows what we're doing, everybody wants to be part of it, including people from fashion, but not only people from fashion, but also companies and businesses that see that this has legs. It does have every element of the equation that you need. Every box ticks.
True.
If it's done properly.
We will switch with the interview now with Thomas, and then we will close with the surprise that the three of us will announce. So Rami, stay tuned. I'll be around. Continuing.
Thank you very much, Seif. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Of course, we will do much more. Sherif, Thomas, it's really happy to have you on the Alpha Talks.
Thank you.
We're friends for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And we're collaborating in a way this time that I think will shock the world. So Sherif, let's start. Who's Sherif Thomas in a nutshell? Tell us a little bit about your journey before Fashion Factor. Who was Sherif before Fashion Factor?
So I was a banker for almost 14 years. Then I resigned because I stopped. I hate the routine and corporate life. Then I resigned. I start to look into what I want to have, what I want to do. So I meet a couple of people. They encouraged me to go for the event industry, which I like it. Even while I was in the bank, I was promoting in the bank to make marketing, to make launching for new products and whatever. So I stopped all the corporate life, as I told you, and we start into the event. while I was doing the event, I start to like the fashion industry a little bit. It's so attractive, and there's a lot of potential, but it's take from me long time to catch the right track. Yeah. Almost 2 years. So
Since corporate to the fashion, almost 2 years.
from corporate, after that, from corporate events. Then after we did a lot during Expo. Our starting, honestly, it was in Expo. Then we start to work in Expo too much, and we got a lot of connection, a lot of networking. Then, by luck, I got the first fashion event, without mentioning name. So we support them in the first one. Then it was so nice for me. I love it, honestly. Then I said, like, let's take that career. I love it. Yeah. So I shift all my team
towards fashion.
All the team, yeah.
What the idea of the fashion factor is pretty interesting, and it's pretty non-standard in the industry where we live, because in Dubai what you see the majority is like just fashion shows. When you came up with the idea of the fashion factor, it's something new. It's more competition, a catwalk, designers, and from where you got inspired?
It was challenge, because I was sitting with some people, they was talking about the fashion industry and whatever, and when I start to say my opinion, they like it will take from you long time to match with the fashion industry in the Middle East. Maybe you know the names.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I told them, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do something very, very unique, very nice. And honestly, to give everyone his credit, the guy who was challenging me, he gave me part from the name. So it's supposed to be fashion X factor, fashion X factor. And then we noticed that we cannot use X factor. So I told him, remove the X. And then we start the logo even by luck. Like, we did the logo without to be high resolution or whatever. And when we start
just
to print,
start.
And suddenly my team, they decide to move forward. I was hesitated, we're gonna do it or no. And I start to text some people like, what is the fashion factor? I start to explain live. I start like to randomly to say what is the fashion factor for people. From here, we got inspired by the idea, which is competition between designer.
It's good here. Let's stop here and say, like, okay, now we created what we call the fashion factor.
Yeah.
What is fashion factor for Sherif Thomas? What is it?
It's
For everyone that's watching us can easily grasp, what is fashion factor?
Okay. Fashion factor, it's not only about fashion show or runway, no. It's a fashion competition to take the designer from local to global. Okay. So my idea first, together some of the designer, which they need support. Why? Because I saw a lot of them, they are paying a lot of charge to be in fashion week and there is no result, honestly. I don't know there is no result. Okay. Only the logo and like 5-6 minutes the client are the audience, they are watching their catwalk, and then bye and then. So we said, how we can let these people with low budget to go into the fashion industry in a proper way. Okay. And I'm looking into all details. People thought that I'm not focusing. I'm focusing with everyone moving around me, and I know what they are doing, and I give opportunity to people based on their looks, their vibe, their energy. I got mad at them when they are not focusing.
I like the Fashion Factor platform because it caters to, different niches.
Yeah.
Like the first one is it caters to the designers. Of course, you support designers to get the exposure, to get their collections out. The second is the models. The third is also the influencers that runs around the show. So from your point of view, how do you help each and every of these?
Okay. So we help the designer, as I told you, to create for them from A to Z. Before, it wasn't planned to be fashion hub, like with tailor hub and talent hub to provide for them models and shooting. And it was only to make catwalk, and they got support from a lot of good names. Like Hanil Bahiri, I called him one time. He said, like, this is what? I told him, I don't know, honestly. So he came, and I texted you. I told him, can you come? He told me, I'm in Russia now. Just come. He said, like, you know what's happening? I was like, nothing. And Amina Shilbaya, a lot of people in the beginning. And then we did it. After that, I said, we're going to stop. Let's go back to the corporate because we pay from our pocket. We didn't get any profit. And suddenly we got a lot of names, honestly. Second edition, I got also one guy. He told me, can you organize for us fashion show? I said, okay. Then he told me, can we add your fashion factor into our show? I agree. So he told me, can you get big names? So I invite a lot of big names, and they accept to come, and they approve it, and they came.
Do you give awards to designers or you don't? In Fashion Factor,
We have a lot of winner, and even if you check their profile or bio, they are like winner of Fashion Factor.
So we provide awards as well.
Award, and some of them investment. So we have some award has been given to some of the designers. The award is not only financial; it's financial, not financial, because the designer, they don't need only the award like 5, 10, whatever amount. Okay, no, they need full support for like between 6 months to 1 year. And our support is not only about to give the award or to give them some investment. No, first of all, to check with them what their collection, fabric, accessories. They want to make shooting. These are a lot of cost, by the way. Okay, because if one designer want to make photo shoot, he will pay a lot of money between models, design, what's called photographer, videographer, marketing campaign, all of that. So we take all of this point, we put it into Fashion Factor. So it's lifestyle, it's 1 year event, it's not 1 day or 2 days.
If a designer is watching us in this episode, what they need to do to become part of the Fashion Factor platform or community?
They can check our Instagram page,
and
our
contact
website.
you directly on the Instagram
we are
page
answering all of us. We are working 24/7. People don't know that at 3 a.m. we're gonna answer 7 a.m. So because we are matching with all the time around the world. Okay.
The previous season of the Fashion Factor was extremely successful.
Yeah.
What made it successful, and what was the highlights of this Fashion Factor, the previous edition, 7th?
Okay.
If people didn't watch it or participate in it, they understand how does it look. It was a couple of days. It's 1 day.
No.
Who participated? Who from the celebrities?
Every
joined?
edition we have different name. Okay. So we start with the challenge. Second one like creativity, quality on can't work. No rules. We create one edition called the No Rules. Okay, so everyone do whatever you want. Okay, we have a lot of comment about it, but I love it.
Yeah.
The 4th edition, the 5th and 6th. So 7th edition, it was good because we have big names like highlighted designer. Like we have the first time Logina Omran, she did her own show. Zaina Khouri, she did her own show. We have Ava, as Rami explained earlier. We have a lot of new people. We have people from London Fashion Week, from Paris Fashion Week. They was showing case there before. So a lot of big names, a lot of celebrity came. We create from Saudi Arabia as a concept store. So they scout 4 designers. They give them award for 3 or 6 months to put their collection. So we are working with them internationally.
Yesterday, you launched a new leg of the Fashion Factor, a new pillar, which is the showroom.
Yes.
It's a very interesting concept. How do you describe to the audience the showroom, and what do you intend to do with the showroom as a sub-brand of the Fashion Factor?
I will tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
The showroom, it exists since we was operating from sport gym before. Okay. And we put in the middle some of the racks. It was funny. Then we moved to a new location, which is big. So I don't know what to do in the location. We keep putting racks. Let's put wardrobe. We try to make a lot of decoration. And so recently, Rami, he showed me one girl. She has atelier. It's called Mona Albina. Monalba, sorry. And then she has fashion community. So I told her, let's mix together, let's merge. I have the location, I have the audience, I have some of the tools, and she had some networking. So we mix it together in order to make it very powerful. We didn't expect, again, same like Fashion Factor, that a lot of people will come, but it was full. And we did like 3 presentation. And
so the designers join. So there is like maybe once a month.
Once a month.
An event, kinda. It's an offline event.
It's offline networking, opportunity for all model, designer, photographer, videographer, stylist. A lot of stylists came yesterday. And we got some new brands and some good brands with us, which is also adding value.
People who participate can buy on the spot, or like
it's happened yesterday. Yesterday we have a lot of sales. I'm not going to mention number. One of the designer, she sold a lot. She was screaming at night, happy, like I sold a lot of pieces. I'm very happy.
I looked at it. It was very inspiring, very interesting one. So you're going to do it once a month.
And we supposed to do like fashion podcast, but not now. Only about fashion designer, about anything related to fashion. And also we are creating our fashion magazine, still in the process. We wait until we have some content, especially after the 8th edition.
Wow.
Yeah. So
people, like, let's say, for example, there are designers going to be watching us, or even clients that wants to participate, become part of the showroom activities that you have monthly. Also, they contact you over the Instagram Fashion Factor.
Yes, yeah, Fashion Factor or any one of the team. And our location is everyone knows the location for us in Media City.
Yeah.
So we have a lot
It's
of
agenda in
Media City, yeah.
Sherif, what's your biggest failure to date? And what did you learn from it?
Biggest failure? I look into objective without looking to the process. Yeah. So
What's your success to date?
success? Not yet. I didn't achieve it yet. And I'm proud of what we did, but it's nothing yet.
If I ask you what people should wait for in the 8th edition of Fashion Factor, what you will bring to the people?
We changed a little bit our direction. In the beginning, I was so stubborn with the strategy, Rami and whatever. No, keep it as it is. But I look at it like, okay, I repeat many edition. Some has been wow. Some of them we have some weakness point. But anyway, the last 3 edition was wow. Yeah. So the next edition will gonna be.
What I saw, it's from the edition. It's gonna be something a bam, like it's a bomb.
It will be the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay. And it will be very attractive. Into high fashion.
Some big names, like Rami mentioned, like Vogue is covering.
Yeah, we were gonna invest. I don't want to repeat what Rami said, but anyway, we invest a lot into the media and coverage because our objective this time to connect the local designer and even the beginner, emerging designer to the international fashion world.
Wow.
So this is our message now.
And it's happening on 3 days.
3 days, yeah. 3 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have like fashion party in Galleria Lafayette in Dubai Mall. Not party, like gathering. We have the casting tomorrow in Galleria Lafayette as well. We have like a lot of after party after each.
What kind of names we can expect from season 8 that will be participating? From
as a designer?
From the guests, what kind of?
As a guest, okay. I want to keep it a little bit surprise for the people, but we're gonna mention the name on Instagram. Let them check what will happen. We have, but what I'm focusing on, the celebrity is part from the PR, which is we have 2 agencies managing the PR. Okay, plus we have Vogue, they have their own guest. Plus Rami, he has his own guest and his own agenda, which is perfect. For me, it's the designer. Okay, we are getting a lot of big names. Over 250 celebrity and influencer are coming confirmed.
Wow.
Out of 1,500 guests daily. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm looking now to scout designer from London, from China, okay, from Jordan, from Iraq, from Palestine, from Egypt, from Paris, a lot.
Sherif, if I ask you, what's your ultimate vision for the Fashion Factor?
To be 1-year event. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit. What do you mean?
Non-stopping event, not every. Okay. In the beginning, the plan Fashion Factor to be 4 times per year.
Yeah.
But because of the cost and the time for arrangement and preparation, we said let's do it 3 times. Some of the partner they said no, do it 2 times. So I refused. My target to make it monthly. So Fashion Factor to be monthly. We have existing client, existing designer. We have people to support and to do it monthly. So we have every month 1 edition to graduate some of the new designer from all the university. This is my main idea. Okay, my objective.
University.
All the university in all over the Middle East or the world to the graduation to give it like, because there's different time of graduation all over the year, okay, and the world. So every month we have a graduation either by academy, by institution, by university, whatever, stylist, makeup artist, hair, everything. Okay, so this is my target and our plan. We're not gonna launch all what we have.
Of course.
Keep some secret, yeah.
You know, as a close friend to you, when you partnered with Rami, I said this one of the success things you did.
Yeah, we are totally different.
Yes, the success things you did, because what Rami can bring, I believe, is tremendous. Yeah. What do you see as Rami's strength versus your strength that can bring to the Fashion Factor platform?
He control okay. Rami, when he joined, he told you the story how he joined. Because I asked him, I told him we need control, okay? Because I'm into the creative side, and I love the wow effect. Rami, the opposite. Rami, he was like, okay, how we can cover the cost, how we can improve, how we can use the budget in a proper way to deliver very nice event and very nice platform. So Rami looking into the project as a strategy, and what the forecast, what is the potential, whatever. I'm looking, as I told you, into designer, into the final idea, how the wow effect will gonna be for everyone. I love the people. By the way, I never show in any fashion factor in the stage except at the end, maybe one time, two time. I love to go up and watch the people happy. Then I feel like very successful.
Sherif, you know, a lot of people think that the fashion factor is just an event that happens and nothing more. But me, as I know what's fashion factor, there is a lot of things happening. Like you have a fashion hub, right?
We have not the fashion hub. The fashion hub is not a name, okay? We have
Tailor hub.
Tailor hub. So we support the designer when they arrive, and he was like, "I'm not ready. I don't have collection." So I told her, "Get your fabric and come. We're gonna do your collection."
Okay.
So we hired 3, 4, 5 tailor, whatever numbers, and we have master cutter. We have creative director for them. We have everything. Okay. We support them from A to Z.
So that's the
Tailor hub.
Tailor hub.
Okay. Then we have the talent hub, which is for the models, for the stylist, for the makeup artist.
Very interesting. What is this about?
Okay, we have an academy. It's a modeling agency and model academy.
Okay.
So we take the model as a mother agency, they call it. So we take the model, which they are not perfect yet, okay, and we start to train them by international professional models. Okay. Then we put them.
Great.
Then we promote them to other agency. We are not an agency only.
Okay.
It's a mother agency. That concept here in Dubai is not very popular. It's maybe in Thailand, in China, and in Italy. But here in Dubai, there is no mother agency too much. There is few agency with our proper agency, and that's it. So this is part from the second part for the talent, like singer, hairstylist, makeup artist, any kind of talent. We support them from A to Z by promoting them in our platform during the Fashion Factor. On a monthly basis, in any event we are managing a lot of events in Dubai, not only fashion show, by the way. So we have our event company, we have our production company, and we have the Fashion Factor, we have the tailor hub, talent hub, and we have the media hub now.
So Fashion Factor is more than just an event that happens on a quarterly basis.
No.
It's
lifestyle.
It has a lot of pillars that supports all the participants in the fashion industry, from
100%.
the designers, the talents, all
Fashion club.
Of course. We are in the Alpha Talks. How do you define an alpha in the fashion industry? What's an alpha in the fashion business?
In the fashion, there is no alpha.
Tell me.
Because there is something called trend. You cannot say one trend all over the year, right?
Okay.
And in the fashion, there is no alpha. It's up and down. There is big names has been down. There is new generation coming. So there is no alpha.
No, dig to me. An alpha, what we mean by alpha is a person that, for example, a leader, a person who's obsessed by his goals in the fashion, to win the
opinion,
fashion.
There is no one. There is no one can be alpha in fashion. This is what I'm explaining to everyone. There is no boss. There is no leader. If you are a designer, you are a star. If you are a model, you are a star. If you are a hairstyle, we need all the element, all the tools. Everyone is a star. Okay, there is no alpha. Anyone who told you there is alpha, it's not. It's sorry, bullshit. It's nothing called alpha.
What's Sherif Thomas' strength in the fashion industry?
That's I never give up, and I will never gonna give up.
True. This I know.
Yeah, people don't know, but regardless what is happening, I will never gonna give up.
Rami, can you join us? Just honest, and yeah. Can you join us, because we want to announce the
award.
What's the award? What's gonna happen? It's gonna be كده. Just احنا الاثنين خش بقى سيكا a little bit.
سيكا. It's amazing.
Yeah, Baba. Studio is not that big. Oh,
Thomas will pay for it.
Very rich.
So, ركز معي. أنت رايح فين؟
انتوا بصوا هناك.
أنا اللي بكنترول. So, with this episode, we're starting a part of a collaboration that's will make a bam in the market, and I'm positive about it. So, I think I will let Rami put the collaboration. What's the collaboration will be looking like?
Rami.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you should be the one doing it.
I will.
But
I'll put the touch.
The touch. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to start a fashion podcast together. where we would talk about the industry from every angle, including not only the talent, which is related to Thomas,
True.
not only the media and reach,
True.
mainly related to you, not only the business side of it, and how to make the business, how to make a business structure out of this talent, but all together, and it would fit everyone that is related to the industry, be it a designer, be it a model, be it a videographer, photographer, master cutter, tailor, or anybody in this field. And it would also, which is really important, maybe start something that can be related to us being interested in investing with coming talents, helping them get in the funds that they need to execute their plans and reach global levels.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rami, this is a very interesting idea, and I believe that in the fashion space, there is not a single player that's doing this kind of initiative. So I'm sure that this initiative will be very beneficial for everybody related into this industry. What's your take on it?
No, honestly, when I ask you, Seif, about the idea many times, you keep looking at it and study it. So also, when you said I agree, I was happy because we need to support also designer, because as of now, you know, the podcast, and especially your podcast, it's become viral, okay? So I prefer to let them introduce themselves through you, and to ask them what is their brand, what is their line, what is their DNA, okay? And instead of paying advertising, social media ads, whatever, so it's better to start in an organic way, and then we can go to promote their brand.
True.
So they're gonna be happy. A lot of people coming from all over the world, they are so excited because we mentioned that there is a fashion podcast, and it will be the first, and I believe nobody can do it the way we're gonna do it, because we are the only platform. We have over 50 or 60 designers in 3 days.
100%.
So we have content for them like, wow.
What Rami mentioned in the beginning, which when we partner and we collaborate with friends, with people that we know, and with people that we trust, that we're putting our hearts in a new project, then we're 100% sure it will make a great impact.
Definitely.
So for all the audience listening to us today, there's gonna be something big, something massive will hit the fashion industry. Couple of hands are shaking now to make something big coming soon. So it's gonna start with the Fashion Factor Season 8. What are the dates for the Fashion Factor Season 8?
31st May, 1st and 2nd of June.
So 3 days we're gonna rock it over there. So stay tuned to it. And I'm very happy to have you both today in the Alpha Talks. It's been a pleasure and an honor. You're more than a family to me, and sure, more success to come all together.
And if we work, we still do our weekly get together for coffee
Of
at
course.
1 p.m.
1
on Wednesdays. Okay, we're not gonna say where.
We have a routine, guys.
Yeah.
We have a routine.
Okay.
Every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to
Thank
have
you
you
very
today.
much. It's good to
And
be here.
All
Thank you,
the
Seif.
success. All
Thank
the
you.
success. Take care.
Thank you, Seif.
That wraps another inspiring episode of today's show. I hope that this episode has ignited your inner alpha and left you feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to conquer any challenge that comes your way. Remember, alphas aren't born, they're made. It isn't about dominating others, it's about embracing your authenticity, leading with integrity, and making a positive impact on the world. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the Alpha Talks on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review and share the podcast with your fellow alphas. Also connect with us on social media at Seif Hakim. Share your thoughts, insight, and stories of personal and business growth with us. Let's create a movement of alphas supporting one another. The world needs more alphas like you exactly. Until next time, stay bold, stay driven, and stay alpha.